Hi mga kakusina! Welcome back to Aya's Kitchen Recipe. And for today, I have a very special guest, my husband Anthony, and he will show you how to make a penne with pesto.
Welcome back. It's been a while since we made the seafood dish.
Yes.
So anyway, I'm really happy to be here. But today, Aya and I were talking about the frustrations of cooking. When we come home from work, we're tired, we're busy, we're frustrated, but we have to eat and we've got to feed a family.
Yeah.
So today we're going to talk about the 20-minute pasta dishes that are really quick and easy, but really nice, tasty and healthy. Don't you think?
It's actually a good idea.
All right. So what I'm going to do, we're going to start off with the pasta pesto dish, and we're going to begin with boiling the water, adding salt, and then getting it ready to cook the pasta. I'll see you soon.
So let's start.
Let's start.
And for the ingredients, we need pecorino romano cheese, pesto pasta sauce, basil leaves, penne pasta, salt, and extra virgin oil.
Hi, we're now cooking the pasta. What you need to do is to make sure that you're boiling the water. And when the water is boiling, what you do is add the penne. There's 500 grams here. I suggest for about 2 people, particularly if you're not eating too much, to put maybe half of the packet in there. So I'm just going to add half of the packet of the penne into the pasta. Always remember that pasta does expand. A lot of people make mistakes and add too much pasta, thinking that it's not going to expand and it doesn't look like it's enough. It's a bit of a trick, but just be careful. Pasta does expand by at least 1/3, and you need to have enough sauce, so don't overdo it with the pasta. In the boiling water, add a pinch of salt. The salt actually adds flavour to the pasta and it gives it a wonderful taste. Just grab a pinch of it and sprinkle it like that. Excellent. When you are cooking pasta, a lot of people forget that it does have a tendency to stick to the bottom of the pan. And it doesn't matter what type of pan you've got, whether you've got a really non-stick one or you've got a stainless steel one, always come back to the pasta and give it a twirl. You'll actually feel it starting to stick. And then come back again in about 3 or 4 minutes and give it another twirl again or mix, just to make sure it's not sticking. This pasta will take approximately about 10 minutes before it's ready. Pasta doesn't have to be super soft. That's another thing. A lot of people overcook the pasta. Well, that's wrong. Pasta has to have a bit of a bite in it, and we call it al dente. What that means is you can feel it with your teeth. So make sure when you're cooking the pasta, don't overcook it, soft enough that you can actually feel it with your teeth when you're biting it. The pasta's been cooking for 10 minutes now and I've tried it. It's al dente, it's just right. And we're now going to empty the water and put the pasta into a bowl ready to add the pesto sauce. We're now going to empty the pasta, we're going to drain it. I'm now shaking the pasta in the strainer. It's best to get as much water out as you can, and you can see the steam rising, how hot the pasta actually is. Now once you've done that, we're going to empty the pasta into the bowl. And as you can see from the portion that I talked about before, it's just enough for 2 people. The next step is adding the pesto, and this one we're using from the jar, which is usually what we do. You can buy really good quality pesto now in the jar. Back in my mother's time, they actually used to make the pesto sauce, and it's made from pine nut and basil, but it's all mixed in here, a good brand, and we're going to use this one. What I do now is I extract the pesto from the jar and I put it over the pasta, just like that, and you keep adding more. Don't be shy to add as much pesto as you like, because the more the better. As you can see, I'm going to do the whole jar on this one here. And I just keep topping it up like that until there's nothing left in the jar. One last one, here we go. And just a little bit more.
I feel hungry now.
It smells beautiful. If you're where I'm standing at the moment, it really smells beautiful. With a large spoon, just give it a mix. And add the pesto right through it. Just gently, without breaking the pasta. You can see now how the pesto sauce is dispersing and really starting to go throughout the whole pasta. Just give it a nice mix like that. You can see why I said earlier not to add too much pasta, because you don't want the sauce to be too dry. There's nothing worse than a pasta dish that is too dry. I think we're done there. We're going to add some oil. I usually like to add about a teaspoon of oil. I'm going to use the same spoon I used before because it's fine. And we're just going to add a bit of oil, just like that. You can see the quantity is not really a lot. Splash it through like that. That looks great. And give it another mix again. Just gentle, just like that. Let the oil join the pesto together and makes the sauce a lot richer.
I feel hungry now.
Tell you what, it smells really good. And it is lunchtime here at the moment. So we are making this at a time when we're all pretty hungry. Once you've done mixing, the last step is the grated cheese. This is optional.
Optional.
I'm using Italian cheese. It's called Pecorino Romano. It's very important you buy the right grated cheese from the supermarket, the genuine one, if you want the right flavour. The other one is Grana Padano, but this one here, I love it. You can see there the one that you have to buy. Don't put just standard cheese and grate standard cheese because it's not going to work with the flavour. This sort of cheese got a bit of a bite to it. And it just adds to the flavour. It's optional. You don't have to add the cheese if you don't want to. I always love to because I know it just adds that little bit extra dimension to it. How does that look?
Oh, it looks so delicious.
I can't wait to get stuck into it, to be honest. I'm really waiting. Just a generous amount. Don't be afraid to add more cheese if you like. It does.
And it's gonna
better.
melt, yeah? Because pasta's still wet.
It melts. It melts. It soaks it in, and then you don't have to mix it. You can let the cheese sit on top. But I'm just mixing it now, just to show you. There we are. I'm going to do something that I haven't done for a long time. I'm going to add real basil. This is a basil plant that is grown inside the house. And now I'm going to just pull off some leaves and throw some basil onto the plant. Some basil from the basil plant. I was just rinsing the basil. It is a plant that's grown inside under indoor temperature, pretty clean. There aren't any insects or anything, but we wash it anyway just to make sure. Just sprinkle it on top like that. It just makes it look nice. Can you smell the basil? I love the smell of basil. It's a beautiful plant. I love using it in cooking a lot.
For pasta,
You can never use enough of it, to be honest, and that's why we have the plant here. There we are, just a sprinkle of basil. We are done, ladies and gentlemen. This is pasta with pesto. It's a 20-minute meal. As you can see, it didn't take us long, and a quick feed for the family. When you come home from work and you're tired and you don't feel like cooking, you can make something wonderful like this. I'll see you all next time. It's been wonderful talking to you, and I hope you enjoyed my recipe.
Good job, Anthony.
Shout out to Anjay Lee Vlogs and Ernest Ranieri Vlogs. Don't forget to watch their channel. I recommend it.
Ayan, so ayan guys. tapos na tayo magluto ng penne pesto. So thank you so much, Anthony, for your wonderful and delicious recipe. And because I can't wait to eat your penne pesto, so yeah, let's start eating. Thank you for staying and thank you for watching, guys. See you next time.